It's almost dawn. Let's get some fucking sleep.
I agree.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
I think I have to journal about my mom coming back into town.
Honey,
Yep.
I think a lot of vampires would do a lot better if they took up journaling.
Fox may not have shared it with everybody else, but Fox knows the bane, the curse of the Gangrel clan. Every time you frenzy out, you get a little bit more animal.
That's why Fox stays nice and calm and in his lane.
And that's why he doesn't have fucking ears or a tail.
Demure,
Yeah.
mindful.
She seems to not be doing quite as well as you, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, no, she doesn't. She looked me over as like, hey, you still look human. What the fuck? I'm impressed / disappointed, which is a very parental thing, so yeah.
Alright, well, hopping over to Dimico, it's a fairly uneventful ride. The guy doesn't ask any terribly tough questions. He mostly seems out of it.
We pull up to the haven. Do
Yeah.
I see anything?
As you pull up to the haven, it is a nice 2-story house. The lights in the front room are on. You know from having been here once before that around back is stairs down to the basement entrance. Through the curtains that aren't meticulously pulled closed, you can see a middle-aged man with graying hair and rough features sitting at the kitchen table doing some paperwork or something.
We're here, Troy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, this is a little safe house. We're just gonna keep you here for the day. You know, it's late and let things blow over after all that. But I'm gonna tonight talk to some friends and we're gonna get you protection.
Fuck, man. All right.
Remember, you can't go to the police because they're in on it. You have to trust us. We're gonna get you to the FBI. We're gonna get you to the right people who you can tell your story.
I just need to get to a bed right now, man.
I feel ya. Let's go. Pop open the 91 Nissan Sentra door and head on in. I'm heading to the people that live above me.
Okay, headed up to the front door. Knocking or opening the door?
I knock. Polite.
A couple seconds later, the door opens, and it's the gruff-looking man that you know as Stone Rose. Yeah?
Hey, Stone.
Oh. Hey, Dimico. Come on in. Who's your friend?
Oh, this is Troy. He's someone that I need to protect for the day. He's pretty clueless. He's had a lot of rough things happen to him tonight. It wouldn't be good if he went off and someone tried to hurt him. You know, if he was wandering around, there are people looking for him. But I think he's just gonna sleep. If you could just keep an eye on him, give him something to eat when he wakes up, take care of him. We'll get everything sorted later tonight.
Yeah. Hey, Clarissa, you up? His wife will come downstairs, a few years younger, but graying twice as much, with none of that age showing on her face. She gives a smile. Oh, yes, I was listening from the stairs. Come on up. She will wave Troy up and lead him up to one of the upstairs bedrooms.
Troy, they're gonna take good care of you. Just trust them. They're friends of mine.
The smile that she puts on is dazzling suddenly. It makes even you want to take a step towards her. You recognize that it is awe, that she is drawing him upstairs with supernatural presence.
Dimico's eyes indeed follow as he goes.
Stone will give a quick, what's his story?
The gist of it is he was being held prisoner. We rescued him from sort of fucked up kindred experiment lab. But don't worry, there shouldn't be any records that lead them here. So long as you keep him away from anyone, I'm gonna have Miss Isabel get someone to wipe him. He's a masquerade breach if he is let free.
He'll nod. Gotcha. We'll keep under wraps. If his memory is going to be wiped, we'll be as gentle as we can.
Feel free to get information. If you could get his whole story, pretend you're getting notes together for the FBI or something like that. That story could be useful. Anything he remembers. We already asked, but maybe after he sleeps he'll remember more details.
He nods. We'll keep him under wraps.
Appreciate it.
waiting for Miss Zaslivskaya's word on it, or do I hear back from you directly?
You can talk to her people, but obviously we have to wait till tomorrow night before I can talk to her.
Yeah, it's getting close to dawn. Indoor stairs are here. He'll show you the indoor stairs and how they are lockable from the basement side.
Appreciate it. I got some things to take care of. If you hear any weird sounds, just turn on some music.
He gives a bit of a grim smile. Basement's pretty soundproof.
Perfect. Dimico descends and locks the door behind him.
It gives a satisfying click that shuts off the sounds from above better than you expected.
Finally alone for the first time in what feels like a long time, Dimico relaxes ever so slightly. He does look around, get a feel for the haven. He slowly lets down his guard, assuming everything is secure.
You haven't really had any time to personalize it to your own standards, but from what you can see down here, it's basically a studio apartment. Everything is pretty in sight. The kitchenette, the bathroom, a bed neatly tucked and tidied. There is, oddly enough, an empty picture frame on the bedside table, but elsewise there's very little in the way of personal effects.
Okay. Dimico looks for his personal effects because he has something that he needs to take care of with oncoming.
Yes, stashed in your nice, sturdy leather case that you brought into this place when you were first introduced to it, under some things in the closet so it wouldn't be accidentally stumbled upon.
He opens up the case, smiles as he slowly unwraps something wrapped in cloth, and pulls out obsidian dagger. Very ritualistic looking old knife.
It drinks in the light.
He crosses to the bed, sets it down on the bed for a moment, and begins stripping down. He takes all his clothes off, he folds it, and nicely puts it down until he's completely naked. And he takes the dagger back in hand, and he walks the room, finds a good spot where it just feels like a good space. And he begins closing his eyes. The dawn is coming. He needs to hurry, but he has to do this right. He begins to chant an old language, but I'll try to translate it here. You who are within my vessel, my solitary one, hear my call. I am watching, I am waiting, for I am the priest. I am the one who called night, for I am from the nine beyond, to the nine lands of the dead, to the center of the earth. I who am the night drinker, but now become the hated one, the beast within, the dark pain, the heart of flesh, pierced with obsidian teeth, Tezcatlipoca. And then he plunges the dagger into his own heart as he finishes the chant in this language.
And everything goes black. For what would once have been several heartbeats, nothing happens. Then eyes open in the darkness. The light from those eyes illuminates the blank expanse that both of you stand on. It is somehow bat and wolf and panther. It stalks around you, eyes judging, demanding, questioning.
Dimico feels an instinctual shudder go through him as he's regarded by the beast. But he slowly stands from a crouch and turns to face it. I don't have much time, so I'll be direct. I need more power than I currently have. I need to learn how to use the blood.
In a growl that is unintelligible at first, it speaks in the same ancient language, in a voice that murmurs into a dozen others, and finally into one you can understand. The blood has many gifts. What would you take from now.
I claim what is rightfully mine by the blood. I need to be faster, to be stronger, to be able to see and perhaps control my body in ways that I cannot. Do things that no human can.
It gnashes its fangs, spitting and hissing. A trifle taken, a trifle given. Bring me a life, sweet and sour. One who has tasted ages and found nothing that they desire. Bring this to me, and you will have your gift.
I do not have time for your bargains. I need this power, and I have done the ritual. I have spoken the words. You will give me what I have asked.
It snarls and paces. For a few moments, it looks like it might relent. Take it then, it screams as it lunges towards you.
Dimico spreads his arms. He's not fighting it as it savages him.
And it does. You feel its teeth and claws bear into you, and you slip into the darkness of slumber. For just a moment, you come to enough time to see that, in fact, the windows are tightly shut and perfectly closed against the sunlight. You are nude and bleeding with a dagger in your chest. You could rouse the strength to put yourself in bed in a more dignified position.
He tries to do so.
With the bloody dagger lying next to you on the bed, you succumb to the day sleep with your brazen acceptance of its anger, of its frustration with you for not paying it for this gift. It manages to extract nothing from you. You gain celerity.
And protein as well?
And a protein as well.
I give it nothing. Take from it everything.
With satisfaction, you sink into that day sleep. Jackson, you dream of your sire and of sitting across from her at the diner. She speaks so passionately about humanity, about the powers of forgiveness and salvation. You almost take her for an extraordinarily evangelical Christian. She pulls back a little bit in that she doesn't know exactly what she believes in, but salvation and forgiveness have to exist. For Candi, it's darkness. It's stalking the night in bare feet and rags. It is the dreamlike pressure to find something. There's something here that you need to find. You need to find it.
Mm-hmm.
It's only when in your dream state you find it that you realize what it is. And it's a person in an alley by themselves. You raise the cudgel in your hand to knock them unconscious and drag them further into the alley. Sun sets, and you all start to wake.